Hi, yes, I was hate crimes. All right, we got an Instagram and a Venmo. You give me $1, you give them 5 each. How are we doing tonight? All right, I'm gonna bring the energy up. We're gonna bring it right back down. This is real life stories. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Jakki Love, and I would like to talk about 3 separate things tonight. I would like to introduce you on how I am who I am. Who is Jakki Love? How did I obtain this gorgeous name? And of course, my second topic would be to talk about UpRising Bakery and everything that's happened with there. And thirdly, I would love to talk to you about what I do now and how my life leads into advocacy. So without further ado, my name is Jakki Love. Jakki comes from my mother's name. When I was younger, my mother passed away of cancer, which was 2 days right before my birthday, and this was in 2006. So Jakki is spelled the way that she intended, Jakki. On her tombstone, it's Jacqueline Jakki Wilson. For me, my mother was such a strong and powerful being, a strong and powerful woman, and such a strong and powerful figurehead out of the little amount of time that I was able to share on this earth with her. And for me, I didn't want to have some lame drag name like Wacky Jakki or like Dennis Lear. So for me, I wanted to, of course, have a nice roll off the tongue. Jakki Love, 3 syllables. But for love for me means a plethora of things. It means the love that I had with my own mother, the love that I have for my family, the love that I have for living life, the love that I have for drag. And I think that love means something very special to each and every one of people out here. Love is such a strong feeling. And so that's something that I wish to bring up on stage. Whenever you see Jakki Love, you're gonna be, yes, I love that. If you liked it, you'd enjoy the show. But my whole essence is to bring love and power and visibility to everywhere and every stage that I am able to grace. Unfortunately, love is not received well in certain cases. At UpRising Bakery, Lake in the Hills, Illinois, July of last year, I was invited over to host a drag show. By Taylor, who was one of the wait staff, invited me over and we chatted about what we wanted for this show. Now, for me, visibility is so important, and I cannot stress that enough. Showing up and showing up who you are is so vital to this world. When I was at a younger age, drag was not accessible, and it is pretty hard to see drag in real life if you are under 21. And for me, seeing the under 21 scene in Chicago, it meant so much to me. And so I pitched the idea, why don't we have an all ages show? With Karina, who is the owner of UpRising Bakery, she approved and thought it was a great idea. And we had a whole conversation and let's plan this, let's market this, go to Eventbrite and take it going. What ended up happening was homophobia, transphobia, obia in general started filling into the space, and we got a bunch of flack online. With that brought people from boys to white supremacists. Exactly, yeah, let's boo for them. From that brought Proud Boys, white supremacists, ugly people showing up from the shadows, and a lot of keyboard people clacking, saying this is disgusting, you're groomers, cancel this should not be in front of kids, you all are vile. And I hope that you all see here today that this is quite literally dress up, right? Like, dressing up good, but we're doing dress up over here. I'm not here to indoctrinate kids. I'm not here to turn your kids gay. What I am trying to do is supply a safe space for queer people. So what ended up happening is on the night of our event, so Friday night at midnight, which would be Saturday morning, our show was to happen in July on Saturday. At midnight, roughly around, someone came from Alsip, Illinois. Yeah, someone correct me? I hear nods. Okay, so good. So a Proud Boy member drove all the way up from there, came to our bakery, smashed the entrance door, the window, and spray painted Christ is King, groomers, and of one of which I can't repeat right now, but if you are interested, please look it up. And I think it's important that you do look it up to see what these people are saying. Because there ends up being a narrative formed about us as queer people, that we are this problem, that we should be isolated, that we should be condemned, we should not be allowed in public, because we are proud of who we are. So ever since that day at UpRising Bakery, I made it my own mission statement to continue to create safe spaces, to continue to advocate for those who may not have a voice, for those who are unable to voice at a higher value. Listen, I'm loud. I got you. So with that all being said, we ended up having to cancel that due to safety, but we continued on for about 9 months of hosting, and I, of course, was the host, show organizer, and I was one of the leading pillars to make that drag show happen. And unfortunately, due to hate and just some behind-the-scenes stuff, Karina did end up closing her doors, and I believe that she may or may not be opening in the suburbs area, somewhere Elgin, Crystal Lake area, so there might be some hope of coming back. But as of right now, she is closed and her doors are shut. With that, I ended up finding a job at the Kenneth Young Center. If you don't know where the Kenneth Young Center is, we are located on 650 East Algonquin Road, and we essentially are a great resource center for mental health, Meals on Wheels. Specifically where I work is the Q Center. We are their non-clinical side of the Kenneth Young Center. Day in and day out, I am in with programming, but since the position that I have, I don't just stop at queer programming. I create my mission to advocate for people, for queer people who are unable to release themselves from the shadows, say, come to our center. We have a safe space. We love you just the way you are. Do not change. Welcome to our space and enjoy. And I think that's why it's so important for people here, for you all here, on why allyship is so important. Because I only have so much of a voice, but when it comes to the polls, when it comes to advocating, when it comes to screaming out, whispers maybe, you want to be there for people. Never appropriate a message, understand where this is coming from, because you don't want to talk for people. But if you are able to voice in honor of them, there you go. So my name is Jakki Love. DJ, hit it.